So, if you spend any time at all in the online world of fitness or, biohacking, you've probably heard of peptides, right? They're being pushed as this next big thing for, well, pretty much everything, from building muscle to turning back the clock. But what is really going on behind all those affiliate links and discount codes? That's what we're digging into today, the booming and pretty much completely unregulated world of these compounds.
I mean, you've seen it, right? You got fitness influencers literally injecting these substances on camera, calling them life-changing, and then, what do you know, there's a discount code in their bio. The whole biohacking community just seems to be all in, promising you everything from healing up super fast to boosting your performance. It's a really, really persuasive pitch. But is it the whole story? Okay, so first let's talk about the promise. Let's dig into the allure, the hype that has so many people so excited. And it really all kicks off with these very scientific-sounding names.
I mean, just listen to these names: GHKCU, CJC1295, BPC157. They sound like, I don't know, spaceships or something out of a sci-fi movie, right? And that mystique, that's a huge part of the appeal. It makes these things sound incredibly cutting edge, especially when you've got an influencer telling you it can fix your nagging injuries or even turn back the clock.
All right, so we've seen the hype. But now it's time for a reality check. Let's ground ourselves in what the experts and, the actual research have to say. It's time to peel back that curtain and get a dose of reality. So the big claim, the one you hear over and over again, is this idea of miraculous tissue repair. The thought that you can just inject something and heal faster. I mean, that's incredibly compelling, isn't it? Promoters are out there talking about these life-changing results. And look, for anyone dealing with an old injury or just looking for an edge, that is an almost irresistible promise.
But here's where things get tricky. Here's the disconnect. Most of the research on these peptides, it's been done in animals or in a lab setting, not in big, proper human trials. And BPC157, that's the one everyone hypes up for tissue repair, well, there's a theoretical risk that it could actually encourage the growth of precancerous cells. And to top it all off, a lot of these popular peptides are actually on an FDA list for having significant safety concerns.
And this brings us to a really crucial point, which is summed up perfectly by Paul Knopfler, a biologist at UC Davis. He says you can't just make up what dose to take. There's often no apparent rhyme or reason to the wellness peptide doses people are taking. And think about that. People are essentially just guessing. There's no scientific basis for the doses they're injecting. Like he said, you can't just make it up. So you might be thinking that the peptides themselves are the problem, but honestly, that's not the full picture. The real issue here isn't necessarily the molecules themselves, but the completely, totally unregulated marketplace they're being sold in. And let's be super clear about this. There is legitimate science here. I mean, insulin is a peptide. Those super popular weight loss drugs, the GLP-1s, they're peptides too. These are molecules with proven life-saving uses. But that is a world away from this Wild West marketplace we're seeing online. You've got unregulated sellers pushing who knows what kind of products, all promoted with discount codes and zero accountability for what happens to the people who take them. And this system, it's failing on so many levels. First off, you've got these compounding pharmacies that often make the peptides. Well, they aren't regulated with anywhere near the same strictness as major drug companies. Second, the FDA has taken almost no real enforcement action against the countless sellers online. Third, the influencers, they face zero accountability. And that leaves us with number 4, the consumers are the ones taking all the risk. They're self-injecting stuff that has never, ever passed proper clinical trials. And look, don't just take my word for it. Howard Sklamberg, who's a former deputy commissioner at the FDA, he puts it very bluntly. This whole situation is, in his own words, really kind of a Wild West. It's lawless. There's no sheriff in town, and the rules are just being made up as we go along. So, where does all of this leave us? Well, it brings us to a really big, really important question about innovation, safety, and, personal responsibility. The stark reality is this. Regulation is lagging so far behind the online market that millions of people have effectively become a giant, completely uncontrolled clinical trial, and we have absolutely no idea what the long-term results of that trial are going to be. And that leaves us with the final, critical question that the source material really wants us to think about. Should these substances be much more tightly regulated to protect people, or
Is this chaotic, user-led experimentation just how innovation works now? Is this simply the price of progress in the 21st century? It's definitely something to think about.